Whether you're buying or selling your home, get the benefit of expertise.
Hey, well, compliments to the show. You're really hitting on the subjects and you're telling the truth. I appreciate you.
Meet the team at dangemus.com. And now, filling in for Dan Gemus, your host, Joyce Blackmere.
Hey everyone, I'm back with Stephen Coppola from the team. A little bit of technical difficulty there, but we have now on the line joining us Ron Bondy from the Super Mortgage team at Dominion Lending Center, and he is going to talk to us a little bit about refinancing today. Hi Ron, how you doing?
Fantastic. How are you guys doing today?
Fabulous.
Hey, great.
Fabulous. So you're going to talk to us about the who, what, when, where, why, how of refinancing.
Yes, the whole ball of mud. Why refinance? When's a good time? And if you should look at refinancing over renewing too. So we're going to touch on all those subjects.
Okay.
So first of all, why refinance? You're swimming in debt. So if you have, high credit card debt, high lines of credit, you're just having trouble with the new mortgage rates that have, double or tripled, have gone up, and, you're having trouble making your monthly payments. You might have a vehicle loan at a lower percentage, but if you're not able to make your payments, it still is a good idea to look at refinancing to improve your quality of life. If you're struggling and not making payments, you're ruining your credit score. It's going to affect you in the future, getting a mortgage, whatnot. So definitely, before it gets that far, take a look at refinancing. What's credit interest rates at these days, Joyce?
Sorry, say that again?
What are credit interest rate, MasterCards, Visas interest rates these days?
Oh, like 20+%, depending.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you're looking at, if you're paying that percentage rate on your credit cards, you shouldn't really be worried about rolling that into your mortgage at, a sub-5 interest rate on a refinance. So, you're saving 4 times that interest. And if you're paying on your credit card, you're paying the minimal, and you're never going to pay that credit card off. You're going to have that credit card there collecting 22% interest all the time.
Yeah.
Now,
that's a great point.
Yeah. So other reasons why you'd want to refinance is, you locked in at a high rate earlier last year when the rates were high. And now that rates are on their way down, that's definitely a time to look at refinancing to lock in the lower rate. Now, that comes with a penalty, so you got to be aware that there's a penalty to that. Plus, there's refinance fees that, you're probably looking at about $2,500 in fees in order to do a refinance, plus your penalty. So you definitely have to have an educated mortgage broker who is going to look at your break-even point and what is the best scenario for you.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And that's the key, right? A trusted mortgage broker, mortgage agent.
Exactly. Yeah, because anybody could say, "Oh, yeah, it's a great time to refinance." Well, like you've heard me say on the show before many times, show me the math. If they can't do the math and they can't show you the math, they're not your right mortgage broker.
Right.
Give me a call. We will go through the numbers. I will show you, what numbers make sense, different routes, different options for you. So always in the math. 1 + 1 always equals 2. If somebody tells you it equals 3, they're lying to you.
Yeah, no kidding. So, Ron, are there any pitfalls or misconceptions about refinancing that should be addressed that may help people, make the informed decisions?
So one thing you definitely have to remember, you have to have equity in your house. So if you only got a mortgage a couple years ago, the odds of you being able to refinance are slim because you don't have the equity in the house. You can only refinance a house up to 80% of the value of the house. So if you bought it 1 or 2 years ago with only 5% down, you're not going to have over that 20% of equity in your house to refinance. So that is definitely one thing to keep in mind. When you're doing 5% or 10% down, it's probably going to take you at least those first 5 years before you're going to have the ability to refinance.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, one other question that I have when it comes to the refinancing, like, what is the best time for the individual to consider this? Like, what are the key signs or triggers that should have them really thinking about their options?
So the trigger should be, there's multiple triggers. One will be if you're struggling to afford your bills, let's just say you're just making them, or you're going into your overdraft on your account every week waiting for your pay to go in so that you can get back into the positives. If that's happening, definitely that's a clear-cut sign that you're over-leveraged and you should be talking to somebody about possibly consolidating a lot of these bills by doing a refinance and a mortgage. Secondly is mood. Like if you and your spouse are fighting because of the amount of bills that you have, happiness is everything, I believe. If you're not happy if you're not financially happy in your life, you're not going to be happy in your relationship or nothing. And, you've heard me say it before, if you're not happy in your relationship, a divorce costs way more than a refinance.
Yeah. No, I don't know that by experience, but I can just imagine. Yes, we've seen it.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Awesome. Well, Ron, we do have to go to break, but thank you as always for those insights, because that's some really important information, especially in this day and age. And people should be aware of what options they have, and especially with the interest rate being dropped this week, it might be helpful to some people out there finding themselves in that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have
Ron.
an awesome day. So we're going to head for another quick break. But before we go, Stephen, we need a caller number for the Richmond Popcorn Company gift card.
Ooh, let's do caller number 7.
Caller number 7, 519-792-2559 will be eligible for a gift card for the Richmond Popcorn Company. So call in now for your chance to win. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have Jeremy Kawarshan from First Route Driving School. He's a member of our VIP Perks program, joining us to tell us a little bit about what he has to offer there. There's still a bit more to come right here on the Dan Gemus Real Estate Show.